from Winnipeg. Some of them will be from Montreal that we'll be watching here. But this is the run square setup, right? So just to make drills fast, we have it all set up for them. And that way the guys know exactly when they come over from stretch, they're going to come right to this and then be spread out. So on the cone that you see right there, the little yellow cone, there's a tennis ball sitting on top of that. Okay, you've got your arm shield, and then you've got a med ball sitting on the front row. And that's all because of the different drills that we do, just to be able to progress as fast as possible and get as many drills done. I want to try and get as many guys going as possible. So this would be like first day of training camp, second day of training camp type deal. But we'll actually get them into stance. These are pro players, but we'll still get them down into stance, all right, and see, how they sit in there, because you don't know where they're coming from. So they might have a bad stance. Like you look at let me see here, the guy in the back right here, he's got a really deep stagger. All right, well, that might work for him. Can he do every block out of it? Or on first down, is it going to be really tight? Those are the things you got to try and pick up on in these things when you're lining them up. And then on the far end here on the left, okay, you've got all the fullbacks and tight ends. So, you can get any number of stances in this possible, because some of these guys have never played that position. They're being moved over from a linebacker position, or they're a bigger slot back, and then they have to line up in this. So just like you guys would have situations where, you're moving guys around in positions, this would be a good place to identify if they can even get down in the stance. Okay, and then we have them pull their hand up and make sure they have a nice solid base on that. Okay, next thing we get into fast feet. Okay, so in this one here, all right, so I'll have them hold a tennis ball in between their hands, and they'll be rolling it like they're rolling a meatball. Okay, so basically what we're trying to do right now, all right, is trying to work the independent hands from their feet. Okay, we don't want them to be locked stiff. All right, the left foot moves, the right arm moves. We don't want them to be stiff like that. We want, nice flowing hands and relaxed. So what I'll do here is I'll just say feet, and then I'll start pointing them out different ways, and they'll just move around a little bit. Okay, get them warmed up. All right, and then we'll do it again. Okay, and then I'll just point, get them into a little zone block. There we go. All right, and same thing right here. Okay, feet, moving around. Okay. So that's basically every day, start that same way. Okay, then we'll do Demeanor for 10. Okay, so they'll move away from the bags, get in the middle of their bags that we have set up there, and then they'll just keep a Demeanor. So when I'm saying Demeanor, what I want is a wide base, okay? And then they're stepping, they're getting their full cleat in the ground. Okay, they're flat-footed on the ground, okay, and walking forward on this. Okay, and they do it for 10 yards. All right. Then we'll just turn them around, bring them back the other way. Okay, so this one here, these guys are not using the tennis balls. Okay, and then you'll see this one here, I've got them using the tennis balls. So sometimes I'll have them do it, sometimes I won't. But just change up for them. Okay. All right, now we'll get into zone steps. All right. For some reason, I do not have the video of their first two steps. Okay. But when we get into it here, you'll see. So we would start normally. So I'd say the center and everyone over to the left, they would be doing, a 3 zone, and then the guys on the right got a 2 zone. So they'll just take, they'll take a drop step. And what we're trying to do with our drop step is, let's say the running back's in pistol and he's running like a mid zone. Whatever his shoulder angle is right there, we're trying to mirror that shoulder angle, okay, with our first step to align, okay, our hips. So you'll see here, this is 3 steps. So imagine here, these guys on the left, all right, are going, either a 3 zone or a 5 zone, okay, and then the guys, okay, on the right over here are going a 2 zone, okay. So we'll do 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We'll do that both ways. Okay, there you go. So the 3 steps. All right, talking to the tight end, make sure the tight end's getting it right. Okay, we want to stay nice and low, maintain a good base. Okay, so we get into the med balls. Okay, so you might not have med balls, but you can use a basketball, volleyball, whatever you can get your hands on, and use that. You can see the guy on the end over here, the tight end fullback on this end. We didn't have enough med balls, so they would just use one of our punch balls they had. So as long as it's a round surface that keeps their elbows tight and their hands tight, that's all right. Okay, so the first time we do it on the double under, what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep them, okay, nice and tight. Okay, this is no step. We just want to get a double under. We want to get a lift, all right? So we're trying to get the hip roll. Okay, so when you watch film on younger players, a lot of times you'll see them just lean. Okay, there's no hip roll, okay, and not getting any power through their legs. Okay, they're just kind of leaning on them. So I know I break down a lot of high school film, and when I look at a guy, and especially the bigger guys, they get away with just leaning on guys. And they have no power. They can't uncoil. So this is just an easy drill just to help them uncoil. The guys are over exaggerating it, how much they throw their heads back and everything, but it's more about their hips, all right, and coming through with the power on it. Okay, you can see, right here, he's over exaggerating it, throwing his head back. Okay, but that's all right. It's just more about getting the hips in it. Okay. You see some guys, they've got a lot of power. This guy right here is very strong. So when he's doing it, the guy holding it, he's feeling that pop through him. Okay, so double under with one step, and then the drive block. Okay, film kind of cuts in late here, so I don't get the first step, but we'll get it coming the other way. So you see him, we just get him lined up. So we do one step and punch, okay, and now we'll do drive for 5. So drive it for 5 right here, okay. One thing you want to see is you want to see them, maintain a good base, all right. Have good bend right now in the knees, all right, and the hip, okay. The thing I really like about this too is it keeps our head out of the block, all right. We want to be able to see our linebackers, all right, see things that are going on, and protect these players. So we don't want to be leading with our head all the time. So this allows us to play a little bit more vertical, our head up, okay, and out of the block. Okay, good base right here. Okay, feet. All right, so you see every step, he's got his full cleat in the ground. We're getting a lot of power out of that. All right, easy for him to adjust if the guy's moving from side to side. Okay, all right, so now this is early on in camp. We'll tend to do this just to so they recognize how much power they can truly have doing this. Okay, so you can see here just the way we lined up, it ended up being all the tight ends went first here. But you'll see they don't have as much power, all right? And they're not hitting it with the right strike. So they're not getting a great amount of lift, all right? Now we switch it up, okay? Now you watch this guy right here, and he's lifting him up out of the ground, okay? Watch this one right here, okay? So now he's learning how to roll his hips, okay? Picking that defender right up out of the ground. So how many times do you get that look right there where you can get the guy truly lifting up off the ground? You're not going to get it very often, but it's the fact that you're teaching them how to do a hip roll, okay? I did have one on film, but it's on my old computer. But it's when the guys walk down late. I have a linebacker walks down late on the guard. Okay, they're all mugged up, so they're 5 across, and the guard just comes through and just picks them up and drives them back. It doesn't necessarily happen all the time on film, but you're teaching them how to roll their hips through the block. Okay, double under zone step and a drive block. Okay, so now we'll get them to just offset to one side or the other. Okay. And they'll just take a zone step, same thing. We want to set up our departure angle with our first step. Okay, small little drop step. Okay, and then we'll drive them.
Why the drop step?
Why the drop step? Just to set up our hips. We want to be able to keep our hips open to it. What I don't want them to do is, let's say we're running to the right, okay,
Yep.
and then they take their first step with their right foot, and now their hips, they end up getting their hips locked because that left foot ends up behind, and then they can't come off to that linebacker scraping over the top. So it's just in order to keep their hips in line with the play.
Okay.
But I'll have some as we
Examples as we go along. Okay.
yeah, I've got some actual film, and then we'll kind of see it. I did not put anywhere they locked the hips, so I just put settle stab. We'll get into in a second. I know some guys do lead step, and I'll show you. I do use a lead step as well, but usually it's the inside foot that'll be lead stepping for me. Same thing here. Okay. All right, now just a straight drive block. So this one here now. So now we've taken away all the teaching aids, okay? And now we just want to see them just get a good drive block. All right. So you can see number 53 right here, doing a great job rolling his hips. Got a great base. Okay, now we can work our finish. Boom. Okay, finished. All right. Great job right there, getting the finish. Okay, but you can see all the stuff that we just did in all the previous drills is all translated to this drill right here, and this is just a quick rapid fire deal. Like you look at right here, the power he's got, okay? You know, you got good bend in the ankle and the knee, okay? You've got great bend in the hip. Head is out of the block, all right? Elbows are tight. You know, this is perfect form right there. I love it. Okay, now you got, so another thing I work on is strong backside hand. Okay, so what we'll do on this one here is, so their backside hands coming aggressively, all right? So we'll just have the guys hold the med ball, and they've got to strike it with their backside hand, all right, and drive it, and then at the end of it, they're going to play long, all right? So as the guy's running and he's, you know, whether it's on an outside zone play and you can feel that guy trying to make a move over the top, now you want to play along on that, okay, but it's that strong backside hand. And I've got some clips seeing that in the game too. Okay, same thing right here, strong backside hand. All right, running it by. Okay. Now drive block with a zigzag. So this one here is and I've done this one with all levels of guys. This is a very important drill, I think. It is overlooked a lot of times, but having that defender move side to side and having these guys replace their base, like you watch. So the O linemen, you know, they're pretty versed in this. You know, they're used to this stuff. But you watch a fullback get into this world, and they're all over the place. Okay, their feet are all over the place. They're going to get ragdolled. Okay, so the O linemen have done a great job maintaining a good base. All right, and be able to replace that power base all the time. Okay, so if you watch here, I'm going to show it here at the very end. Oh, sorry. You get to it here. The very end, you'll see the fullback here is going to be just completely leaning. Coming up here, just one sec. thought it was on there. Maybe it's on the next clip. Oh, here it is right here. There you go. All right. So you can see on this clip right here. All right. So the young man on this end right here. Okay. He's a waist bender right here. Okay. You can't have much power out of this. All right. You're going to get ragdolled. The defender's just going to shed you, throw you down to the ground. Okay. It's tough for him to maintain his base doing that. All right. Where you can see the other guys they've got great bend in their knees and their hips. All right. Same thing right here. We still got power, heads out of the block. Okay. Let me rewind it. You can see this guy kind of go from the beginning. All right. So you just see him leaning right there. Okay. Not a good spot to be in. Not going to get much push out of that. Okay. Like I said, defenders are just going to feel that lean and they're just going to throw him to the ground. Just shed that block. Okay. All right. All right. So now we got settle stab. Okay. And then drive for 5. All right. Something that we've talked about too is, making sure that the guys know the names for your drills. Just helps you set up faster. Okay. So this is what you were asking about the first step being drop step. Okay. So this right here is a combo block, and there'd be this picture here. This would be a right guard, and the center's coming to help out on this. So he's the front side guy, and there's a linebacker plus on him here. Okay. So we just want to set up our hips. So our hips are on a good angle right now. Okay, to drive this vertical, okay, and then be able to progress to the linebacker once we get to his level, or he comes to us. Okay, so this is just settle stab. Okay, so I'll get them to do the step one time, and then I'll just say settle stab, drive for 5. Okay. And just drive it, all right? And get used to that feel. This is what I was talking about. Some guys right there would rather have their forearm than their hand on it, okay? Unfortunately, I don't have all the Crowther technique stuff on film, but we use an arm shield to do all that stuff. I wish I had it because it's some good stuff. Okay, so then we'll just do the same thing with an arm shield sometimes. Okay, CFL during the season, guys are not allowed to wear pads anymore. So, you got to use arm shields more. So this one here, okay, so we talked earlier about taking that drop step. I want his second step, I want it to drive straight up the crotch on this one here, okay, to the inside of his outside foot. All right, but we want to stay inside the defender. We don't want to step around the block. Okay. Another thing we don't want to do is we don't want to step back. Okay. So you watch his right foot here. Okay. He steps back. Well, if you've got, this is a left guard right here. If you've got a center coming with you and you step back, now you're going to be stepping on toes. Guys are going to be falling over. Okay. It's a small little thing right here. Okay. But it's something that we got to get corrected. He has to step straight upfield on this. Okay. So I'll get him to reload it. All right. Okay. And then drive it. All right. Then he fakes an injury, so he doesn't have to do it again. So, all right. Now, white step. Okay. So, white step is what you mentioned earlier about going with the lead step. So, this one here would be my lead step that I would go over with the guys. Okay. So, same thing, right? Same thing. So, this would be the front side guard. Okay. So, it would be a right guard here going to a linebacker. All right. And the center would be coming in here on this double team. Okay. So, this one here, we want, we got a heavier D tackle, someone we want to get into collision with right now. So the guys go with a white step. All right. Also a good step to use if you're a tackle and the defensive end starts crowding down, okay, and you see an edge pressure coming. If you want to anticipate that spike right there by the defensive end, okay, I tell the guys, hey, don't be afraid to use a white step on that. That way you can, potentially cut off that spike of the DN or the long stem of the DN. Okay, it's the same thing right here. So we'll do the step and then drive it for 5. Okay. then we'll get into the combos. So now we got to put it all together. It's all the teaching progression, right? So we got the zone combos, front side guard, and the center combo. Okay, so now the linebacker is plus. All right. So what I'm talking about when I say plus, all right, as you can see here, the linebacker is plus the guy. He's on the play side of the way we're blocking. All right. If he's minus, we have to use different footwork. Okay. The linebacker is going to help us determine what the footwork is. Okay. This is okay here. If a special teams coordinator wants to come interrupt you during your indie, that is okay, because that person helps you get your indie periods at the right time. They won't schedule a field goal in the middle of when you want to be doing things. So I don't mind that one bit. Okay, so you can see here, right guard, settle stab, a little bit late into it. So we'll get another clip right here. Okay. So just one little settle step, okay. Left foot goes straight up field, all right. And we get great movement there. Drive it back, stay on it till we get to the linebacker depth. Okay, or he comes to us. Okay, same thing right here. Okay, left guard, settle stab. Okay, center comes in for the overtake. All right, big thing. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, you do not want this right foot right now to step outside this defender. Okay, when that happens, we say we're stepping around the block. What happens is now this guy here can easily split this double. All right, so this step has to be vertical. Okay. Okay, so now you get a look at it. It's basically the same block right here. This is a backside guard here and backside tackle. Okay, but now you can see what happens here. So he needs to take his stab step straight up the field. Otherwise, we tend to lose our power base. Okay, so look at his base now. It gets all crazy. Okay, it's all crazy. Okay, so this is the backside of his zone play. All right, zone play would be going somewhere over here. Okay, like a mid zone to the other side. All right, so we're anticipating heavy flow. Okay, but his base is all messed up right here. Okay, so for each guy, when you talk about the power base, all right, you don't even have to think about your power base because you use it every time you go to the bathroom. If you think about when you sit down at the bathroom, all right, when you sit on that toilet, you are getting to your natural power base and you're sitting down. So whatever that width is, that's probably going to be your most your strongest, most comfortable position for you, and you don't even have to think about it. So very rarely would you put your knees right beside each other and sit down and go to the bathroom. All right, typically a guy will be a nice wide stance, and then he'll sit down and try whatever that is right there. All right, so have them stand up and sit down like they're sitting on a toilet, and just tell them that is your power base. They're not all going to be exactly the same, but that is their power base. Okay. So front side guard and the center combo on a white step. Okay. Oh, and another big thing too. So when you're working with your centers and stuff on these drills, always get them to snap so that they're actually going through the true progression of what they have to do, because they got to snap it and then they got to step. All right. So have them work it. Okay. Just have a guy stand behind. Okay, pay attention and catch the ball. All right. But you can see the white step. All right. Look at the right guard right here. So he's leading with his left foot. Okay, we're leading. Okay. But you can see here our right foot always stays behind our left. All right. So our hips are always going to be, slightly open to this linebacker right here. So when he triggers, we can still get off to it. If our hips were locked, okay, facing this way, all right, now it's tougher for us to get to this guy when he triggers. Okay, now the eye in the sky don't lie. Okay, so if you're having conversations in the back, sometimes you get hit. Okay, so make sure that they're paying attention if you're doing this. Okay, I say that jokingly, but if there's another drill going on and that ball rolls and injures a guy, that's not a good deal. You can see here just the power he's getting. Okay, boom. They're driving it up, getting movement. Okay, so if you got a big D tackle you're trying to get movement on, all right, that's the kind of stuff that I'd like them to do. Okay, we're talking about right here, just maybe using the flipper a little bit. Okay, but he's not. Oh, sorry, he's not comfortable with that. So just you got to keep working it. Okay, front side guard and center combo, linebackers minus. All right, so now when we do it, okay, you'll see here. Okay, so he's minus. So this is our double. Okay, we're doubling to this guy right here. All right, our down lineman. Okay, to this linebacker. This linebacker is minus. All right, our down lineman that we're doubling. Okay, so now it's going to change up our footwork. Now our center is going to lead with his right foot. Some guys call it Gallop. All right, some guys call it high knee. But you'll see us Gallop here. All right, now we got to be ready to take him if he triggers backside. Okay, so it's not an easy deal. Teams will play in a wide front, or if you run into the 3 technique and you've got the Mike is playing in the A gap. Okay, so this might be your answer for you that you want to do. Okay, same thing right here. All right, using the Gallop. Okay, keeping his hips open to him. All right. So now if the linebacker was to play over the top, okay, now the center can just bring his right foot forward, all right, and now he can just turn it into a run block, all right, the combo would just push it over the top. Okay, all right, so there's a mix here of, I think, a couple different things in this cut up, but so right now we've got a 3 technique, and then that Mike he's not quite mugged, right? But he's just a little bit deeper than the heels of the D line. So we got to be ready to pick him up. They do this to single up more blocks, but the center is going to use a shuffle. He's going to move himself laterally, all right, and then he's going to brace. So he's going to get right back into right there. He's getting right back into that settle stab. So we just go shuffle, brace, which is his settle step, and then stab is his left foot going upfield. Okay? So his eyes have got to be on the backer. All right? He sees the backer play over the top. All right? And the D lineman coming across the guard's face. Now he's going to look to pick it up. Okay? And then it turns into a front side guard and center combo on that. Okay? So now we got the same thing here. All right, so the cowboy front that you'll get sometimes. So you'll have a 0 nose right now, a 3 technique, and a 5 on the other side. All right, and now we got a 5 on our left tackle. Okay, and then this would be the Will or the Mike mugged up on our guard. Okay, and we're going zone here to the left. Okay, so he'll do a shuffle. All right, shuffle, be ready for a spike, pick it up. Okay, and block it. Okay, now we'll start working some movements on it. All right, so shuffle, brace, pop. All right, now the guy goes back door. Okay, doesn't have to be pretty. You just got to give your running back a little seam and then let him go, right? More than likely, the guy that they're blocking is a better athlete. Okay, so more than likely they're a better athlete. So sometimes they just got to get the best piece that they can of them. All right, and then hopefully we can make something good of the play. One thing I like here, he's winding up a little bit on it, but this is the way he does it. Okay, but this is a strong backside hand. Okay, he gets displacement on it. All right, I'll show you a game film here in a minute. And he does the same thing in games. Okay, throws a haymaker on guys. All right, and then you see it here. Okay, all right, he gets movement on it. Boom. All right, so now the game film. I'll get to the end zone here. It's all just one clip, so I can't click it over to the next angle. Here we go. All right, so we'll see here. So this is the right guard. Okay, watch strong backside hand on this. Okay. All right, so settle stab. All right, now he's just using that power that he's getting off his left foot. Okay, and then torquing the defender out. All right, and creating a nice lane for our running back. Okay, strong backside hand. Okay, give you another look here. Okay. All right, same thing. Right guard, strong backside hand. Okay, you just see the width he created right there. Okay, give the running back a nice little lane. Okay, nice gain on it. All right, got another look coming up right here. Just fast forward to it. It's always nice when you got a hard-nosed running back too. That'll get some extra yards for you. Okay, so watch here, settle stab. So right now he's got the 2 eye on him. And so he'll settle stab to help with the nose. Okay, and then he'll climb to the linebacker and just get a strong backside hand on him. Okay, so we got here settle stab. All right, get some movement on it. Okay, strong backside hand. Okay, now if you're the running back right now, the only thing you're seeing is a white jersey. Now he can pick which lane he wants to go. Okay, this is a great block by him. Now the running back has to be taken to the B gap right here, and he has a clean access to it. Okay, great job. Okay, I don't have a ton of my old Montreal stuff on this computer I've got. So I have the Cleveland stuff, so I put some of these on right here. So you can see here. Okay, so we've got the backside guard, backside tackle combo. All right, so we got settle stab by the backside guard and then a high knee by the backside tackle. Okay, so watch it here, settle stab. All right, get nice and vertical with his left foot. Okay, we're getting good movement. All right. Okay, now we got the center and the backside guard combo. All right, and now this linebacker's minus him. Okay, and then we got the front side guard and the front side tackle. All right, their combo. We got settle stab by the front side tackle. Okay, and then the zone drive double. Or sorry, by the guard and the zone drive double. Okay, so let's watch first. Okay, watch first the left guard and the center. Okay, so we got settle stab and the high knee. Okay, so you see him come in here, high knee, eyes are on the linebacker. He's looking to help. Okay, linebacker comes down to his level. He's got to come off the block. All right, look at his hands in tight. Elbows are in tight, good extension. All right, nice block. Okay, so now let's watch the right guard and the right tackle. Okay, so the front side tackle has got a zone drive double. All right, and then settle stab by the guard. Okay, so settle stab. Okay, and then watch the linebacker here that they're working to is all the way in the A gap. So now this the front side tackle, sorry, he can come down aggressively in this, all right, and just try and condense this entire gap, all right. So he comes out, look at what his right hand goes straight to the body, okay, goes to the hip here in the body, and look at the movement. That's tremendous right there, okay, you love it, okay. That's beautiful. Okay, and then last one right here. Okay. Watch the right guard settle stab. Okay. All right, and then the right tackle goes high knee, and they get their double that way. Okay. Linebacker's almost stacked right here. Linebacker's almost stacked. All right, so now he doesn't want to be as aggressive getting into it, because if this backer plays over top, now he's going to be in a bad situation because his hips might be locked. All right, with his hips going this direction. All right, so now he's trying to get high knee, keep his hips a lot more square to the line. Okay, that way he can get to this guy if he plays over the top. Okay, you see it there, right there, right? So now he's got to be able to come off of it. Okay, boom. He's got his block right there. Okay, you can't control what happens to everybody else in the field, but you can make sure that you're doing your job right. All right. Lots of duo from this film. Okay, you can see them playing over the top right there. All right.